Hello, friends. Here's a question for you. Have you ever had an embarrassing moment? Maybe it was so bad that you felt personally humiliated. Well, I have. I was thinking back the other day when I was in eighth grade. I was on the girls' basketball team, and I remember one particular game when I went up to block a shot. I missed the ball and I fell down hard on my bottom, hard enough that I felt like crying. And if that wasn't bad enough, I looked up into the stands and saw a boy that I secretly liked laughing at me so hard. I was so crushed and I felt so ashamed. And maybe you've had a time like that. Recently I was thinking about Shedeur Sanders, fine young man, outstanding quarterback in college football. And I was thinking about how he handled the draft situation. Here's a talented young man that has been playing the game since he was 6 or 7 years old. And even in college, lots of success, outstanding records. And yet, he expected to be drafted in the early rounds like his dad, Shedeur Sanders, and he was forced to wait until the fifth round. Now, that had to be disappointing, but how did he handle it? He thanked God. He was so happy. He didn't complain. He didn't say, y'all should have drafted me in the first round. He praised God and he said, all I needed was a chance. We can use him as a reference, a point of reference if we're ever embarrassed or humiliated. We can think of what that young man, how he stood that test, and we can recall how he praised God. And that's what we ought to do anytime we have a situation where we feel like we couldn't control it or it got the best of us. We can look to God. He is the answer, and he is always there to help us. And when we look to him and when we don't complain or gripe, but we stay steady in the faith, then he will always exceed our expectations. Isn't that good? He will always exceed our expectations. I'm Dr. Dolores Johnson Price, and I'm author of Victory in Everyday Life 365 Daily Meditations, which can be purchased at Amazon or all book-selling venues. And I'm here to tell you, let nothing or no one keep you from having victory in your everyday life. Be blessed.